Trans kids in Texas are scared they'll be taken from their parents.
You play with the chickens. Don't act like a princess that you are. Come on.
Okay, but what if I don't want to touch disgusting dead worms today? Chill. I think she's laying an egg. Shut up. Y'all are so loud.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Juliet doesn't like me.
She doesn't. She likes me, though.
Oh, hush.
We first met Kai when she was just 5 years old, living in a conservative suburb of Houston.
When Mom thought I was a boy and dressed me like a boy, I did not like it. I already thought she knew I was a girl, but she didn't know, so I had to tell her when I was old enough to say it.
For nearly 2 years, Kai's mom, Kimberly Shappley, fought their local school board so that Kai could use the girls' bathroom.
The suicide rate for a transgender youth is 41%. That is why we are fighting so adamantly for these children.
Kimberly lost that battle.
Be allowed to use the restroom.
And in 2018, she moved her family to Austin, where she hoped Kai would be safe.
I'm dead, Kai. I'm dead.
But in late February 2022, following an opinion by Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, Governor Greg Abbott ordered the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services, or DFPS, to investigate parents who support their trans kids' gender-affirming care for, quote, child abuse. The concern is that these children could be separated from their parents.
Oh, my.
Pro-life, by the way, dude. Love being pro-life. This is some real small government pro-life shit. I love being the party of small government and being pro-life and then doing this shit, okay? Yeah, let's use resources on literally fucking criminally prosecuting straight up like the parents of the most vulnerable population, dude. Fuck it.
Oh my gosh, I missed you guys.
And by the way, this is not done for some like real moral reason. The only reason why this is done is cruelty, okay? The cruelty is the purpose. The cruelty is the reason.
I've reached 12 months.
And people disagree with me and they say, no, they like legitimately think like trans people are being hurt or whatever the fuck by going through, by taking hormone blockers and shit like that. It's like, no. This is such a tiny fucking fraction. This is such a tiny, small, marginalized group of individuals that you are adding on to the fucking cruelty and the cruelty of their existence and using state resources to do this specifically so you can win a fucking election. It's wild. Again, family values. I love being the party of small government, family values, and also pro-life. And then completely violating all of those principles literally nonstop.
Hey, you cutie. Good to see you too.
Over the past few years, Kai has become one of the most outspoken young trans activists in the U.S. In 2021, her testimony in front of the Texas State Senate helped stop a bill that would have criminalized gender-affirming care for minors.
I've been having to explain myself since I was 3.
This new directive is an attempt to stop trans youth from accessing medical care anyway, even though major medical associations say that care, which can be anything from puberty blockers to hormone treatments, is medically necessary.
Come on.
All right.
Show you upstairs.
So this is your room?
Yes, this is my room. This is Dolly Parton's posters. She gave them to me after I sent her a letter and a big box of stuff. Awesome. And she eventually sent something to me, so.
So cool.
And then over here are our beds.
Yeah, like this little baby's parents deserve to be in jail. Like that's great. Cool stuff, dude. Really. I mean,
stayed for the daily drip.
Trans education is a horrific crime against humanity. Bro, what is wrong with you, dude? Have you been lobotomized? What the fuck is this Vladimir Putin's doing? No, it's Greg Abbott, the Texas governor, and you're still bringing up fucking Vladimir Putin in this conversation. What, you think I think Putin is pro-trans? You think I'm pro-Putin? You fucking idiot. Dude, please, dude, your brain cancer is just like leaking out of your fucking ears, dude. Oh my Lord, I'm banning you. I can't deal with this, dude. 18-month subscriber. Even when I'm fucking talking about like American news, you still got to be like, dude, fuck Putin. Yeah, of course, fuck Putin, dude. Dumbass liberals, dude. Can't even allow criticism exclusively of American affairs by Americans without being like, well, Putin's fucking hates trans people too. Yeah, okay. So what?
Monk.
So you agree with Tucker Carlson? With respect to what? You think Tucker Carlson thinks Greg Abbott and this move is fucking disgusting? Is Tucker Carlson pro-trans? What are you talking about?
Negative.
Oh my gosh. How fun. This is, you guys like get to have a slumber party every night.
Yeah, we have bed tents. They're really cool.
So cool. Do you ever think about this sort of what ifs?
Hassle.
I obviously still feel worried and nervous, but I'm not exaggeratively worried because I know that we'll make it.
In those moments when you do worry, like what are some of those thoughts that go through your mind?
Well, what if they took me away from Mom? What if they arrested Mom? What if they took me somewhere? What if they forced me to be somebody who I wasn't? Mm-hmm. I always have these thoughts moving through my head, like, what if this happens? Should I do this? Should I jump out the window?
Has that sort of escalated in the last few days?
It's been getting a bit worse, but whenever I needed some help or anything, I would let one of my friends know, like Sky, or let my mom know, and we would chat. My mom's been with me my whole life. I wouldn't have made it without her.
Why have you been sleeping with me the last 2 nights?
Well, I have 2 reasons. One, so that I wake up on time. The second is because I'm a bit afraid of what's been going on.
You need to remember that there are... what?
There are more people with us than it comes to stuff.
And you need to remember that it's my job to...
worry, and it's my job to tell my story.
Okay.
When the governor came out with the order a few days ago, what was your experience sort of seeing that?
Initially, just
I'm sorry, that was a good joke. This little girl's long game to win Olympic gold. Yeah, transphobes will look at this and be like, that's right, brother. She's trying to win Olympic gold. That's why she's doing this. Except, of course, when you do hormone blockers at an age like this, pre-puberty, puberty hormone blockers, you actually don't make the physical gains that Republicans regularly talk about with respect to, like, people who are assigned male at birth, going through gender confirmation therapy to, what is the fucking proper terminology? You should become women, like they're women, right? That you don't get those bone density gains, brother, when you go through that. But even then, you assuming she's on HR? Wait, what? No, that girl is 11 years old. Very likely they're just on hormone blockers. That's it. Transition.
Salam, big buddy.
Well, I thought that people didn't like that anymore. I don't fucking know. Explain the joke like a true leftist. Okay, shut up.
Just texting with other moms just to literally and calling just to cry with each other. And then the text messages started coming. CPS called me today. And your heart drops and you're just, this can't be happening. You're totally numb and this can't be happening. And then, the next text message comes and you're like, oh my God, this is literally happening. What do we do? Who do we ask? Who do we call?
Do you talk to Kai about like what to do if a CPS investigator?
Nah, fam. Only an adult can make that decision. Shit's gross and it's just the truth. Fuck the laws being up into place, but nothing is health about trans kids. Bro, you're literally fucking, it's a reversible process. You know that, right? Like the puberty blockers are a completely reversible process. If that's the case. That's fucking insane to just say some dumb shit like that. It's gross is true, by the way. That's what it is. Like, I mean, at least this person, black boy, been here for 60 months, is at least being honest about where he's coming from. A lot of people will make it seem like, it's anything but. They feel anything but. Okay?
18.
This shit, this stuff, hormone blockers early on, puberty blockers early on, is unironically one of the best, most effective ways that trans people can comfortably transition. Okay? It's crazy. It's just like, great for mental health. It quite literally directly saves lives. Like, it's wild. Wild that you would think that this is, anything but life-saving medical care.
Showed up. What to say, what not to say.
I did talk to her about if CPS were to show up at school, just get on her Instagram and go live and keep her phone on. And I told her the ways that I would be able to track her, and that I would come get her. Make no mistake, I will come get you. I want you to think about Kai being taken from my home and given a boy's haircut and made to wear boy clothes and called by her dead name. 24 hours.
At such an early age to decide their gender. First of all, the child is deciding their gender. That's one. And two, it doesn't matter. Because puberty blockers, at the very least, like, allow someone to, one, make that decision for themselves when they're older, and two, more importantly, you motherfuckers think you just buy this at CVS. Like, oh, hello, welcome. I'm an 11-year-old. I'm at CVS right now. Please, pharmacist, give me a fucking hormone blocker. Like, do you understand the numerous fucking loops that you need to go through? Also, deciding is like the entire point, kind of, that people fundamentally misunderstand. You don't decide your gender, dude. You are your gender. Bro, people literally just, I think people unironically think like, oh yeah, let me just, people think we live in the anarchist commune that people were talking about earlier. Okay, where it's over. The supply chains have been disrupted in its entirety, so people are making bathtub HRT and gender blockers. I mean, or hormone blockers. Yeah. Like, hey, Bo James, can you make me some bathtub HRT when you're done with the bathtub insulin? Yeah, I need it.
There's a day where no one will affirm her because they want to fix her. Yeah. I will find her.
Within 48 hours of Abbott's directive, 5 Texas district attorneys...
Hormone blocker, dude, they should fuck you up entirely. No way this is fully reversible. Yeah, you know what else is not reversible? When you fucking commit suicide. Sorry, trigger warning, but like, you know. That's also not reversible. So, shut the fuck up, idiot. Let the medical professionals handle it. And not a dumbass like Greg Abbott and the Republican state legislature of Texas.
Declared their offices wouldn't pursue cases against parents of trans kids. And even some of those tasked with enforcing the directive disagree with it. One DFPS investigator agreed to speak with us anonymously.
Do parents have to answer the phone, answer the door, talk to an agent like you?
No. They can say no. They don't have to sign releases. They don't have to let us in their home. I don't think the average person knows that.
You are risking your job by talking to us. Why is it that important to do this interview?
I know that these children are in great homes. I know they're not being physically abused. The first time I've ever talked to a reporter, that the reporter was crying. Excuse me, my apologies. My apologies. Made the comment that the family was impeccable.
How many do y'all transphobes want to lose before you have some empathy? Pfft, there is no amount. Transphobic people would just want trans people to die. That's the whole point. There's never... Transphobic people are never going to turn around and be like, oh man, oops, I guess we fucked up on this one. When transphobes fucking say shit like, oh, well, we're actually defending the safety and security of people's genders or whatever the fuck. No, like they don't give a shit, dude. That's crazy. No, they straight up just don't want trans people to exist.
And then there was the only reason was that the person is a mandated reporter.
This isn't a bigot. It's not a hateful person. It's not someone who's anti-trans. It's someone who just felt like they had to do this or they would lose their job.
This is very dramatic, and forgive me, but the only thing I could think of was Nazi Germany, that you had to turn in your neighbors. It's insanity to me with all the problems going on. This is what we're dealing with. I have to call all of these wonderful people out to protect kids.
Yeah, motherfuckers, hormone blockers usually aren't even needed for adults in male to female transition. Blockers are extra strain on the body and not needed. Estrogen monotherapy for the win. So the other thing I wanted to say is like, bro, I'm on fucking hormone blockers. You know, there's a lot of people that you probably know that use hormone blockers. I don't know if you know this or not. What the fuck do you think FDA approved balding medication is? That's it. And if I were to stop taking DHT blockers, my hair would fucking fall out. Straight up. I'd go bald. Many other people that also take it would also go bald. All finasteride I did was lower my libido a bit. When I stopped taking it, it slowly came back. No, I've been fine. It's prostate medication. by the way. So many men also take it, just like myself, not for their hairline, but later on in their lives, so they don't get cancer. PhD blockers, postmenopausal HRT, some blood pressure medication. Yeah, hella people do this, okay? But they're cis, so you don't think about it. You know what I mean? You just don't think about it. You never think about it. You would never think about it with what I do. Okay?
To protect, and that's what we do for a living. That's literally in the interviews, ma'am. That's what we tell them, is that to get them kind of a trust factor.
Can't delay the inevitable, dude. You're going to go bald. I quite literally have, due to medical technology. So it's funny that you say that, but I literally have been able to do that. I identified that my hairline was receding, and I straight up did do that. So, you know. By the way, I'm trans and think that comparing this to Nazi Germany is kind of whack. Wait. Nazi Germany also was not very fond of trans people.
So my whole job is to protect you. That's all I do. And in these cases, I can't tell them that.
What do you fear about this order?
My fear is that these children will be taken back to where we were 30 years ago, because those people that do believe in this, who have power, are using that power for political reasons, not safety. And I can't imagine that we would tell these parents not to protect their children.
The order against trans kids in Texas is among this year's most drastic anti-trans policies so far. But it's not the only one. 32 states have introduced over 128 anti-trans bills, and 37 of those bills focus on outlawing gender-affirming care for minors.
Save our families! Save our families! Save our families! The idea that our political leaders throw our kids under the bus to score political points is nauseating. So we are here, we're gonna stay, and that's it. So protect trans youth! We're here, we're queer, get used to it! We're here, we're queer, get used to it!
So what have the last few days been like since the governor issued this order?
It's really just been an absolute all-out attack on this community, and unfortunately it's nothing new. This last legislative session, we had the most anti-trans bills introduced ever in the state, and so it's just been kind of a constant barrage of attacking this beautiful, wonderful, resilient community.
Stop the hate! Stop the hate!
What was your reaction when you saw the order come through?
I was heartbroken.
Like those people who sit back.
All everyone wants to do is keep the kids alive, and that's hard enough.
I was a trans kid. This would have affected me. This affects a lot of trans kids that I know. It's so divorced from reality, divorced from science.
Opposition to Abbott's order is mounting. After a lawsuit, a judge has already temporarily blocked a DFPS investigation into one family. The AG appealed immediately.
Donald Trump would not have let this happen. Okay, listen, I know this is a very, very serious story, but it's fine to just like every now and then have a moment where we can, joke and share some laughter, okay? No, that dude is making a joke. It's like when fucking Trump supporters say dumb shit like that about everything. It's a joke.
I'm not a chud. Can I get some Haslin chat?
And the case seems to be heading towards a drawn-out legal battle. In the meantime, clinics like the Texas Children's Hospital have already stopped providing hormone treatments. And families like Kai's are left in limbo.
Isn't birth control also meddling with your hormones? Yes, don't give him ideas, dude. What are you doing? Bro, what are you doing? I'm just kidding. I mean, if it were up to the Republicans, they would stop that too. So.
It's been trauma on top of trauma on top of trauma. And the only goal I have is to protect my kids. I have no agenda. The mood in Texas is so dangerous. I mean, you know my evangelical background. I mean, I am a Christian, but what's happening in Texas is so much bigger than just what's happening to trans kids. And I think we better recognize it really, really soon. So will I move? Yes. Will I leave everything behind if I have to?
Yeah, I mean, oh wait, I don't want to show this if there's TOS stuff on here, but yeah. The pink triangle from Nazi labeled as a symbol of gay pride. Pink triangles were originally used in concentration camps to identify gay prisoners. That's where that comes from.
15 months. No brain rot, let's go.
Will I fight like hell? Yes.
Trans kids are taking it upon themselves to educate the public. Earlier this year, Kai and her friend Sky, a 13-year-old girl from Arizona, started a YouTube show, Kai and Sky Talk Politics. Every week, they interview other trans kids around the country and inform their audience about issues facing their communities. They let us take a peek at one of their rehearsals.
Open up on the computer so I can screen share. Hi guys, welcome to Kai and Sky Talk Politics, a trans kid production. My name is Skylar Morrison, I'm 13 years old and I'm from Phoenix, Arizona.
Hi, I'm Kai Shappley. My pronouns are her, she, like the candy bar.
So much is going on in anti-trans legislation this week.
All right, I'm against this now. My fucking territory, okay? You better recognize. Listen. You better cut the shit out, okay? Get back to doing 11-year-old shit. None of this political streaming stuff, okay? You understand me? Back off right now. Oh, boomer, it's their time now. No, I'm just kidding, man.
Week, the first week of March 2022, and everything is moving so quickly.
SB 1138 in Arizona. This bill would make it illegal to have any gender-affirming care under the age of 18.
There was some good news this week out of Utah where HB 0127, a trans healthcare ban, has died.
Another one of the good things that's going on is the ACLU of Texas is suing the state of Texas from investigating parents who support their trans kids. Cases are being opened and investigated right now, and parents are being urged to refuse to talk to DFPS. If they call, do not let them in your home, and immediately reach out for legal resources. Resource list.
There's no way he didn't see the Beto sticker. Dude, what do you want me to do? Dunk on an 11-year-old trans girl? Like, what the fuck? Oh, imagine being a fucking Beto supporter, dumbass. Why are you not a communist? Like, yo, chatters are fucking on a different level today, dude. She's in Texas. What do you mean? Like,
Thank you so much for covering this. It's important to make
offered by ACLU of Texas, Equality Texas, and Lambda Legal. Whatever your gift or talent, please use that to help trans kids.
If you're a trans kid, we would love to invite you to be a guest on our show and share your experience being a trans kid in politics. Send either of us to DM on Twitter and Instagram.
Someone said rate their setup. It's kind of mid. Yeah, she's in Texas, bro. Who's she gonna support? Greg Abbott? What the fuck? What do you want her to have a fucking Greg Abbott sticker? Okay, look, I gotta show you this shit. I could just need to be educated on this one, but is it reasonable to think the bathroom should be based on biological sex, not gender? Just be ignorant here? No, of course not, dude. Here, I mean, I'll just use this as the best example. Do you want that little girl to go into the boys' room? No, right? Or here, I'll use this. As men are seen as more violent. You want this guy. Okay? And I know that there's some, you know, there's some transmedicalist takes and shit in here, but you want this dude to pee in the women's room? Like you want this dude to, like that? You think that's a better way to go about it?
Back in LA, ready to rock and roll. It's sunny and hot here. Makes me happy. So that being said, I actually have another.
Like, can you imagine? Just like, yeah, no, yeah, that guy right there, you know, that guy right there needs to be, he's trans? Yeah, dude. People always forget that trans men exist because the conversation always exclusively revolves around trans women. But yes,
we got the big 16.
Part of it is also because I feel like hormones are. I do feel like, I don't know if this is a controversial take or not, but I do feel like it's possibly a little bit easier to transition and pass when you're transitioning into a male. Careful? Wait, is that crazy? No, I don't think that's like that crazy. You were also allowed to be not hot as a man. Depends, but generally, but you do STL deal with misogyny and shit. I have no idea what you're saying. I mean, it's still not easy. Don't get me wrong. It's still not easy to transition and all that sort of stuff, but I've seen some incredible cases of like trans men, you know, straight up passing, like unconditionally almost. Just don't imply they have it easy. No, I'm not saying they have it easy. I'm just saying that it seems like because 90% of men are mid as hell. Okay, chill. Testosterone as a hormone is like super fucking overpowering. OP. Oh my God, here we go. Why does it matter how well someone passes? Does that make them more valid? Of course not. Of course not. And you know that's not my fucking position at all. But stop. Don't literally try to fucking create an argument. It's so stupid. Well, like, what's wrong with you? You're a 19-month subscriber. You've been in here more than 1 million times that I've brought this up. And you literally just said that specifically because you wanted to just start some shit. That's so selfish, dude.
Hey, nerd.
How many times have I said that? That Chatter's gender is being annoying. You accidentally walked into a common toxic baby trans take. It's a really beaten conversation. Please stop. What do you mean? For the record, like the reason why I said Buck Angel is like a controversial figure in the trans community is because of his takes. Every single time I bring him up, even though he's really, I'm sorry, like okay.
Chatting.
Here's the thing. Maybe you should stay out of trans people's business. I want to light my Discord on fire every time these dumbasses fucking pop in with takes like this. Like, it's just straight up. No, dude, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. You're not, this is not about you being trans, but you're being fucking annoying, okay? You're doing this not because of your trans existence, but because you just want to be annoying. Like that, you're not defending trans rights by being fucking annoying in the chat, okay? I am an LGBT foe. You know this already. Okay? I am an LGBT foe. Don't come at me with these dumbass takes, okay? I will yell at you. I'm a foe to the LGBT community. So, I also have talked about this before. Trans people, thank you so much for covering this. Also, trans people, stay out of trans business. The bathroom argument is pretty fucked because they are saying they can't trust trans women not to rape the kids. Kind of weird to paint them all as horrific criminals. It's not kind of weird. It's common. It's a common tactic. It's a super common tactic. And by the way, before trans discourse started, they used to say the same shit about gay people. Okay, that's it. Like, it's just trans people became the acceptable target to like discuss the humanity of in mainstream media. That's precisely what happened. That's it. All of these arguments are the exact same shit, okay? It's literally just they take the same argument and then recycle it. Conservatives hate saving the environment, love recycling old talking points. Okay? The other thing I've talked about before as well, by the way, is that the reason why I show like passing is not what makes you valid as a trans person, okay? But a lot of people do want to pass, and that's perfectly understandable, perfectly fine. It's like people want to look the way that they want to look. I'm not going to fucking yell at them about it, okay? But the reason why I use people like Buck is because it's a great, like, you can't deny that it's a great entry point for like a transphobic person who has this opinion in their mind to be like, wait, what the fuck? Can you please explain what passing is for naive people like me? Passing is a terminology in the trans community for being able to pass for the gender that you are, rather than what you were assigned at birth. There's also passing also makes things safer / easier. Absolutely. That as though that gender is being annoying is very triggering. Please don't make jokes like that. When it would take one glance at my logs to know I'm trans. You're not transphobic, but you can be so fucking mean. What? Okay, first of all, I don't know if someone is trans or not, okay, when I'm talking to them. How the fuck would I know that? And two, you know that I'm not transphobic. I'm saying that you're being annoying. I'm not devaluing your gender. Passing affects how cis people see you, so it's extremely important, unfortunately. Well, the passing conversation also completely overlooks non-binary people. So I get that. I understand that. Okay, chatters, don't yell at the trans chatter, okay?
Appreciate what you do always at HasanAbi.
Good clarification is that you show cis passing trans people to rebuff the illogical beliefs of transphobes, not to show a model trans person. It's like, where do you draw the line? There is no line to be drawn. Trans people are valid. Yeah, exactly. Anyway. And whenever I talk about these issues, trans people light up sometimes and get mad because they think I'm not covering it in the way that they want me to cover it. And I've made it very clear multiple times that, like, I'm not doing this for you. You're already fucking trans. Like, you already know what your experiences are. What do you think? I'm explaining this to you? No. I'm explaining this to people who are... I'm explaining this to... This is not for you. This is for fucking cis people or even trans people that have internalized transphobia and don't recognize that they're trans yet. Okay, this is not for you. Like, this is for the people who are. I already banned him. Don't fucking repeat what he said. Okay, I already banned that person. Like, so that's what I try to get this across to people all the time. Okay, that, like, when I'm talking about trans people and trans rights, that conversation does not have to be tailored to suit your interests and your needs and your purposes. It is crafted in a very strategic and very deliberate way to, help transphobic people, which is the normative position, unfortunately, unlearn some of their transphobia.
Bring on the brain rot.
And there are a lot of fucking people in here, that probably didn't understand it, didn't care, or were straight up transphobic that aren't, Yeah, help transphobic people. Exactly. No, I said what I said. Did I stutter? Yes. Help transphobic people not be transphobic anymore. That's it. And I do it. And I do this for pretty much everything, Not saying you're the one responsible for this, but a lot of trans people get frustrated because almost every trans convo is for cis people. I mean, I make jokes that are related to trans people that are not transphobic and shit. We do that too. You know what I mean? But also, like, the trans-specific trans conversations are not something I should have a conversation about as a cis person even. Like, let you guys do that on your own, okay? And then when you reach a consensus, you can come back to me. When the elder trans can come back to me and tell me, like, this is what's going on. Like, what do you want me to fucking talk about all this, like, intra-trans shit that, like, I should have no say on? Like, that none of you guys can fucking figure out on your own either? Like, no, I'm covering the basics, okay? When the elder trans and the council of trans decide what's going on, then you can bring it up to me, okay? And then I will repeat it. So, like, the discourse surrounding gender inside of the trans community is oftentimes super divisive, and a lot of trans people don't agree on it. You know what I mean? So, what do you want me to do?
The pleasant background noise on
you think it's better served if I talk about it? No, of course not. Which is precisely why I do my part, which is try to explain to people, from a cis perspective, ways of unlearning their transphobia.
It's true, trans chatters, don't yell at Hasan. I had a heated trans moment and I sincerely regret it. It's not worth the ban. Trans chatter, don't do it.
Wait, isn't that the Catboy Collector?
Question mark.
Isn't that the fucking person I yelled at, like, because of the called? I know what this is. Wait, this is the person that I banned. Damn, they're still in here, by the way. This is the person that I banned, freaking the fuck out on them. Yeah, this is it. This is directly related to this exact same conversation we were talking about. It was the Christian Walker thing. This Catboy Collector account is the reason why, still, for the record, this Catboy Collector account is unironically the reason why there's so many fucking like random baby leftist accounts out there that literally turn around and say Hasan is transphobic. Hasan is transphobic. This person. I found them. Bilmiyorum. Wait, did they donate? What was their donation? They said, it's true, trans chatters. Don't yell at Hasan. I had a heated trans moment and I sincerely regret it. It's not worth the ban. Trans chatter, don't do it, is what they said. I unbanned them. So what if they think you're transphobic? Who cares? It's the POV. No, I know. I know that, like, you know, I know that I can't change people's minds. It's just fucking annoying. It's just annoying when people literally say I'm transphobic because I'm not. I don't know what else to I don't know what else to do about that situation. You know what I mean? Like, people literally would just be like, you're racist, you're homophobic, you're transphobic. I'm like, okay, I don't know. Anyway. They like literally use that clip. So many Orbiter accounts made so many fucking Orbiter accounts made like YouTube videos about that ban. And we're like, when did you have Christian Walker on, Lol? Like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago?